All right, so I want to answer a few frequently asked questions about COVID-19, specifically about the social distancing precautions that we're all taking right now. So first, one of the questions is, can I still go outside, as in physically leave my house? And I checked with a social epidemiologist that you'll hear from on Thursday's episode of the Newsworthy this week, and here's what she said. Yes, you can go outside. In fact, it is probably even good for you to go on a walk or take a bike ride, get out of your house. But here's the key. You want to still avoid gatherings or crowds of people, and you want to avoid what she calls high-touch surfaces. So that means playground equipment, for example. Avoid it. And you want to make sure you're washing your hands before and after leaving your house. Okay, so the next frequently asked question, is it safe to order takeout and go to the grocery store? The answer to both of these is also yes. The epidemiologist says there's a very low risk of getting the virus from takeout. And for the grocery store, just take precautions, like wiping down your cart, washing your hands before and after you go, and not touching your face while you're there. And maybe try to go less. Order takeout and go to the grocery store maybe once a week each instead of every day. But for now, remember, there is no indication from any authorities or from what's happening in the rest of the world that grocery stores will shut down. In fact, even in the San Francisco area right now, where there's a shelter-in-place order that's a little more serious than other places, people are allowed to go out and get food and medicine and even take a walk outside as long as they stay at least 6 feet away from other people. Okay, so as a reminder, nationwide, the guidelines from the White House right now are to avoid gatherings of 10 or more people for at least the next 2 weeks. But the expert we talked with said we actually might want to go a little further than that. It's more complicated than just how many people you're with at any given time. She explains it really well and is answering even more of your questions about social distancing and testing kits in our Thing to Know Thursday interview this Thursday on the Newsworthy. And remember, this is all important because many people could be very contagious and not even know they have the virus because they have no symptoms. That's great because it's mild, but not so great because they're spreading it. And the big concern is overwhelming our healthcare system. On today's episode of the Newsworthy, I mentioned a Harvard analysis that found many parts of the US will not have enough hospital beds if this virus spreads quickly. But we can all do our part right now with social distancing to try and prevent that scenario. In fact, before I go, I want to tell you about a city in Italy, just outside of Milan, where they are taking pretty aggressive social distancing precautions, where they have been for a while now, and it really explains why this is for the greater good of the community. The Wall Street Journal reported this Italian city was one of the first to get reported cases of COVID-19 in Italy, and they took drastic measures early. Now, even as other areas of Italy are seeing their hospitals overwhelmed, unfortunately, doctors are making really tough decisions right now about who gets care. This town has seen a drastic drop in the number of new cases. Experts are pointing to this town saying social distancing early can make a big difference. But we all have to do it for it to work. And the next 2 weeks will help determine what ends up happening after that. We here at the Newsworthy are working hard every day to keep you informed without causing panic. Panic and anxiousness really doesn't do anyone any good. We just want to take action and stay informed. Control what we can. So we're providing the most important updates every morning on the Newsworthy. You can learn more about how to listen and what we're all about at the link in our bio. But also, we hope to provide some additional updates here on Instagram, in our Instagram stories. We're also sending out news explainers and hopeful headlines to keep your spirits high in our Friday email newsletter. And we want to hear from you. If you have more questions or topics you want us to address, ask them in the comments below. Let us know in the comments below. This will help determine what other experts we should be having on the show and what videos we should be posting here. And if this is helpful, be sure to share this video with others right now to help others understand what's happening and to know that we all do have a role to play here. So thank you for watching and be well, friends.